Day-old chick quality. Day-old chick quality is an important factor in obtaining maximum production results. Production good quality day-old chicks starts with the breeder flock. Not only is the quality of the egg important, but also the health and nutritional status of the breeder are having an impact on the day-old chick. In the field, difference in chick quality can be observed between egg coming from different breeder flocks and associated with difference in genetic background, nutrition, health status. In general, we can divide the factors associated with chick quality in two categories: egg-related factor and hatchery brooding management factors. Example: egg handling, incubation, chick processing, and placement. Nutrition for an optimal development of the embryo. A correct balance of the different nutrients is essential. This balance is delicate since embryo development is an incredibly complex process requiring adequate quantities of energy, protein, essential fatty acid, and vitamins. Breeder health status: day-old chicks need maternal antibodies against several diseases. This is achieved by applying a strict breeder vaccination program based on regional risk and legal requirement. Age of the breeder. Breeder age, one of the most significant but least understood factors that influence day-old chicks quality is the age of the breeder flock. Breeder age, one of the most significant but least understood factor that influence day-old chick quality is the age of the breeder quality. Example: young breeder produce chicks that are more susceptible to brooding conditions and that are more likely to die within the first week of life. Egg quality, a very important factor in egg and chick quality is the egg sanitation, as embryos are very sensitive to bacterial contaminations. Eggs contaminate gas forming bacteria tend to explode during the incubation process. Factors related to the incubator process. Incubation is a very delicate process that requires tight control. Many factors influence the transformation of an egg into a day-old chick. During incubation, the environment must be set to favor the optimal development of the embryo. The main factors that can be controlled during the incubation are temperature, relative humidity, ventilation, and egg turning. Temperature. The internal temperature of the egg is crucial as it's the driving force of the embryo metabolism. The internal temperature of the egg is the result of the balance between heat production and heat loss. Temperature. The internal temperature of the egg is crucial as its driving force of the embryo metabolism. The internal temperature of the egg is the result of balance between heat production and heat loss. Relative humidity. During incubation metabolism, water formed in the egg is lost through the pores in the shell. This loss in moisture leads to the formation of the air cell, which is opened by the embryo just prior to hatching. During this internal piping stage, the air is absorbed by the lung of the embryo, which helps in the process of escaping from the egg shell. Ventilation. Incubator need to be ventilated to allow sufficient elimination of the metabolic carbon dioxide and to allow oxygen in the incubator. Hatching process during the last 3 days of the incubation. Eggs are moved to the hatcher for the final incubation phase. During this period, the embryo needs to prepare to come out of the egg shell. As this process varies depending on the chick, hatching times varies often. The time difference between the first and the last chick hatching more than 36 hours. The biggest risk is this process is overheating the hatched chicks, which will try to expel heat by bending the skin, hydrate, and weaken the birth after hatching. Chicks are taken from the incubator. Quality parameters. How can we evaluate the day-old chick, 1 day old chick, by some parameters: chick length, chick average weight, chick movability and livability, quality of the navel, activity. We must find it's active, movement is normal, absorption of yolk, the yolk must be absorbed, navel quality. This is picture of the bad navels and the good quality.